drive will begin at the 25. Now Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Now a give, running left is Harris, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing, Jones. Going to Stills, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Ryan's throw taken in by Ridley here. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And this passing game, his whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They hand this off to Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Henry's got it out on the left side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 24, Ryan. That's going to be caught by C.J. Board. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On third down, it's Patterson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade American. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Ryan. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
On first down, it's Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run with Patterson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Ryan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give, right side. Patterson, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Open man right side, Myers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll look to throw again. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
It's complete. James White. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll bring up a second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Nick Folk for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock into the secondary past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is
the Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now here's another carry for Harris. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now Ryan on first down. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down, it's Patterson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. It's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On second down now, it's Patterson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Touchdown! Cordero Patterson. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Jones. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll run on 1st down. Patterson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Play action. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Ryan. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.